In previous video, we have discussed about evaporation. So, today we are going to discuss about condensation. Yes, so evaporation. So, when we take an example of wet clothes. Yes, so that wet clothes dry. When they dry, the water molecules which are present in the clothes will be dry up. So, after drying up, where that water molecules will go? Yes. Yes. So let's see where that water molecules will go and what happens to that water molecules. Yes. So today's our concept is about condensation. So let's see about it. So condensation. Condensation is nothing but it is a process that changes the phase from gas state to liquid state. Yes, is nothing but yes. So condensation means the phase that change from gas to liquid. Yes. So which state? So from where to where it is going to be converted? We are going to see now. Yes. To know about condensation, let's do an activity. To do that activity, first we have to take a glass tumbler. Yes. Yes. So in this glass tumbler, take some water. Yes, that water should be cold. Yes, first we have taken a glass tumbler. In that glass tumbler, you have to pour some cold water. Yes, okay. So when you pour cold water into a glass tumbler, what happens? What happens? Water droplets will form on the outer surface of the glass tumbler. Yes, so where the water drops will form on the outer surface of the glass tumbler. Yes, so small water droplets will form on the outer surface of the glass tumbler. So why that water drops will form on the glass tumbler? Let's see its reason. Yes, so why the droplets are forming on the outer surface of the glass tumbler means, yes, so the atmosphere will be consist of air. Yes or no? Yes, all this air will be having vapor. Yes, the atmosphere will be having air. In that air, it consists of vapor. How that vapor will come? At starting of the video, I asked you, when wet clothes dry up, what happens to that water molecules? Yes, yes. So what happens to that water molecules means they will evaporated. So evaporated and they goes into the air. So when they goes into the air, that water molecules will be changed into the vapor. Yes, okay. So when water molecules are evaporated, that will be changed into the vapor and that vapor will present in the air. Yes, yes. So what that vapor does in air, it will move. That means the vapor when it is in the motion, it start to move. No? Yes, it is in the motion means it is moving. So already we know that when a body possesses a motion, it is having kinetic energy. So here when vapor is in the motion, it is having some kinetic energy. Yes, yes. So when a vapor is in the motion, it is having some kinetic energy. Yes, okay. So with that kinetic energy, this vapor, when it strikes to the glass, what happens? Its temperature will be decreased. Yes, here the vapor is having somewhat high temperature, but this glass is containing cold water. So when it is having cold water, what happens? Its temperature is very less, but outer atmosphere is having more temperature. So when it is having more temperature, we can also say that it is having high kinetic energy. In previous videos, we have seen that the relation between the kinetic energy and temperature. Yes, if you want to watch the relation between the kinetic energy and temperature, you can go back and check out that videos. Watch the relation between kinetic energy and temperature video. Yes, so here when this vapor strikes to that glass tumbler, what happens means with somewhat kinetic energy it is going to strike the glass tumbler. So what happens here? The vapor is having higher temperature and its cold water is having lower temperature. So when this vapor strikes to that glass, its temperature will be decreased. Yes, and when it strikes to that glass, it loses its kinetic energy also. So when it is going to lose kinetic energy and its temperature is decreased, automatically that energy will be gained by the glass tumbler. Yes, so the molecules which are present in the air that are vapor. So the vapor which is consisting of water molecules, when they strike to the glass tumbler, what happens? Its kinetic energy will be decreased. Where kinetic energy is decreased, its temperature will be decreased, and that temperature and that kinetic energy is gained by the molecules of glass tumbler. Yes, here the molecules of glass tumbler will gain that temperature and kinetic energy. So, and that kinetic energy and temperature will be transferred to the water which is present in the glass tumbler. Yes, so that kinetic energy and temperature will be transferred to the water which is present in the glass tumbler. So, what happens? The cold water will be having more temperature and more kinetic energy. So when it is having more temperature and more kinetic energy, what happens? That cold water will be changed into the normal water or else little somewhat warm water. Yes, so automatically it is going to lose its coldness. Yes, yes. So like so the water droplets will be vaporized. So how that water droplets are coming means the vapor which is present in air that strikes to the glass to that coldness. So when it strikes to that glass, it forms as a droplets, water droplets on that glass. That means the water droplets, how they came? The vapor. The vapor only changed into the water droplets. Yes, vapor is nothing but here gas. That gas is changed into the water droplets. Water droplets means it is nothing but liquid. Yes, now we understood, I think so. Yes, how that water droplets came? That water droplets, how they came means this vapor is having somewhat more temperature and more kinetic energy. So when it is in the motion, it strikes to that glass tumbler. When it strikes to that glass tumbler, automatically its temperature will be decreased and its kinetic energy will be decreased, and there it forms a droplet. Yes, yes. So how that water droplet forms means now you know, I think so. So how it is formed? When it's losing its temperature and kinetic energy, it forms as a water droplet on the outer surface of the glass tumbler. Yes, yes. So that energy, that temperature will be transferred to the molecules of the gas tumbler, and that glass tumbler will transfer its temperature and kinetic energy to the water which is present in the glass tumbler. So automatically the temperature of the water, what happens? It will increase. It increases its temperature and it increases its kinetic energy, and then it comes to the normal temperature. Yes, okay. So when you bath, after bathing, when you dry up your body, you feel very hot. Why you feel very hot? Because when you dry up your body with your towel, automatically the vapor molecules which are present in bathroom, they will condense on your skin. Yes, so in bathroom there will be presence of more vapor. So when there is more vapor present, that vapor molecules will condense on your skin. So when they condense on your skin, automatically what happens, you will feel very hot. That means that condensation make you feel warm. So we can say that condensation is a warming process. Yes, evaporation is a cooling process. Yes, so when sweat comes out, it cools your body. But here, when condensation takes place on your body, it warms you. Yes, so condensation is also known as it is a warming process. Yes, so evaporation and condensation, they are in reverse process. So condensation is the reverse process of evaporation, where evaporation is a cooling process and condensation is a warming process. So this is all about condensation. So next we are going to see about humidity. Yes. Humidity means it is nothing but there are presence of some lakes, rivers, ponds, even wet clothes, sweat. Yes. So if you take all these type of things, lakes, rivers, ponds, wet clothes and sweat, all these will be vaporized. Yes. So when the evaporation takes place, that means that water presence in this is evaporated, then what happens to that water molecules? That water molecules will change into vapor. Yes, so that water molecules will change into the vapor. Yes, so the amount of water vapor present in air is called humidity. Yes, the amount of water vapor present in air is called humidity. Yes, so already I explained here only, but somewhat I didn't introduce humidity word. So what is humidity? When you take some lakes, rivers, ponds or wet clothes or else sweat which is present on skin, so they will evaporate, no? Yes, yes. So when that evaporation process takes place, the water molecules will be evaporated. Yes, so when they are evaporated, that water molecules, where they will go? They will go into the air in the form of vapor. Yes, so that water molecules, they will evaporated into the air in the form of vapor. So the amount of vapor which is present in the air is called as a humidity. Yes, the amount of water vapor which is present in air is called as a humidity. Yes. So now we have discussed about condensation and humidity, and next topic is about dew and fog. So dew and fog. Dew means it is not mountain dew drink, and fog means it is not deodorant or perfume. Yes, they are different from this. So dew and fog. What is dew? So what is dew means, if you observe in winter season, in early morning time, on leaves, on window panes, on flowers, is what happens, you will notice that some water droplets will present on them. Yes, so if you take a leaf or else flower, so on this leaf or else on the flower, what happens, you will notice that some water droplets will present on them. Yes, so if you take a leaf or else flower, so on this leaf or else on the flower, so on this leaf or else on the flower, what happens, you will notice that some water droplets will present on them. Yes, so some water droplets you will observe in winter season in early morning times. Yes, why? What happens? How that water droplets will come? How they will come means, in winter at night time the temperature will be very less. We will having very cold temperature. Yes, we feel very cold. Yes, so in winters at night time we will having very less temperature. So when we are having very less temperature, what happen means, the surface of the leaf or a grass, flower or window panes, they will become still cooler. So when they become cooler, the air which is present near them, that vapor will convected into the liquid. Yes, so that means the vapor which is present here, it will condense on the surface of the leaves or window panes or flowers. So when they condense on such type of surface, we can call it as a dew. Yes, that means dew is nothing but, in winter at night time we are having less temperature. So when we are having less temperature, what happens? The vapor which is present in atmosphere condense. So then we can call it as a dew. What is fog? So fog is nothing but, when temperature falls further, that means we are having very less temperature. What happens means, at that time we will have very large amount of vapor in air. So when we are having very large amount of vapor in air, the water molecules which are present in air, they will condense on the dust particles. Already we know in air there is a presence of dust particle. So when it is having very less temperature, what happens? The water molecules which are present in the air, they will condense on these dust particles. So when they condense on the dust particles in the air, automatically it forms the water droplets. So when it forms that water droplets, what happens? These droplets keep floating in air. So when they float in the air, automatically there is a formation of mist. That strong formation of mist is called as a fog. Yes. So fog is nothing but, when we are having less temperature, the air is consisting of dust particles. The water molecules which are present in the air, they condense on the dust particles and they form water droplets, and that droplets will float in the air and forms the strong mist. That strong mist is known as a fog. Yes. So today we have discussed about condensation, humidity and fog. Yes, today class is completed. So in next video we are going to complete first chapter, heat. So if you like the videos, just subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment.